Sometimes you really just have to take your own advice. And one of the things that I always share for sewing tips is once you start to feel frustrated, that is your cue to, step away. Like it's time to step back from the project and take a break. All these things that I thought were broken because I was just like past a point of frustration was just like as simple as like, oh, you put the hinge on wrong. Like the hinge is backwards and that's why it won't clip. So stupid stuff like that. So anyway, I have been making progress on the kitchen, even though it felt like for a good solid minute there that everything was broken. But slowly but surely, we are getting there. And some of this stuff is as specific as making sure this little lip is up when you insert and not down, or else that ruins everything. Oh my gosh. These take forever to put together, but I got as far as I could on all of our lowers. I think the plumber needs to come and do some stuff with the dishwasher before I can install the matching door. So I don't have that on. And then we realized that IKEA did not ship us a few of these front panels for these shorter cabinets that we have. So I've got one in the car that's coming here soon. And then we have 2 more coming in the mail. We are not worrying about our pantry piece today, and we're not worrying about the uppers because those are not absolutely necessary for us to move in. So I think I'm going to switch gears and just work a little bit on some of the bathroom stuff. I'm going to work on the downstairs bathroom vanity. We did place the order for the wallpaper. It was very expensive. I think it's like definitely one of the most expensive things that we've ordered, but wallpaper is just one of those things where like you kind of have to splurge on it if you want like full effect because you need a lot of it. So in the meantime, I guess I'm going to start putting together one of the bathroom vanities. This bag of parts does not make me very excited. And we ended up just getting kind of like a more affordable budget option off of Wayfair. And I know that these doors are kind of trendy, but if I ever get sick of them, it would not be hard for me to DIY another option. And I thought this would be a nice contrasting color with the green of the crane wallpaper. So here we go. I think we got it on sale for like $300. All right, and here's a sampling of what that looks like. Definitely looking forward to putting the wallpaper in this room. Hopefully soon, within the next couple weeks here. I don't know. That's probably it for tonight. A rather small punch list for today, but I am going to go ahead and grout the shower pan. There's a couple other little tiles that we had to fix, so I have to grout those. There's literally 3. And then I think the other thing that I'm going to try to do is just get some more ceiling painting of the drywall done, which is not fun because it's so porous and it just feels like I paint endlessly and it like doesn't even really get covered. And then hopefully we can get to work on this bathroom. Pretty much always takes longer than I think it's going to, but the shower pan has been grouted. The super fun part of working on this bathroom is that the toilet's already installed because we had to get rid of the porta potty. Got rid of that, but now that means I have to prime, paint, and wallpaper this room, with a toilet in, and I also think that the wallpaper will not make it in time for the plumbing inspection. So I don't really know what I'm gonna do, to be quite honest, but I got one of these handy guys and I'm just gonna do my best. The paint job does not need to be perfect in here. Like seriously, it doesn't, because it gets wallpapered, but you do have to seal the drywall, and that's because you don't want the porous drywall mud to suck up all the wallpaper glue. And also you want the walls to be like a very similar color to the wallpaper, just for better application purposes. It's really not that exciting to watch, but tomorrow it will actually look different in here because I will be painting it the green that matches the wallpaper. So all good preparation. Remember this wall? Yeah, this is the wall that I spent hours scraping and learning how to remove wallpaper. And now it's getting ready for new wallpaper. Find my glasses because I am out of contacts, but I wanted to show you what we got done. Ah, look at that. We got my office painted green. Also got this bathroom painted green in preparation for the crane wallpaper. Not really much to show you other than the walls are green now. And again, it just doesn't look that different, but we also got the living room painted the shade of white that we wanted. Our pocket door got installed today, and Amy finally finished, for the most part, getting the shower tile installed in here. We still have to finish the cubby, but we want to get this to a point where the plumber can come in, since we have to be completely moved in 11 days. What I'm focusing on this afternoon is definitely grouting this shower. Now, I'm going to show you something, and you're going to have to be nice, okay? Because this little shower is not perfect. We're calling it our personality shower, but basically we ended up with a very small sliver gap. Thinking like with all the different colors and with grout, you're not really going to be able to see it that much. And here you can see we haven't finished the cubby yet. We need some more tile for that. And then also to finish the tile down the edges of the tub for waterproofing purposes. The color is mocha. And what we really like about this brand is they make color match 100% silicone. So when it comes time to seal the corners, we don't have to worry about mixing custom colors to match the grout. Work smarter, not harder. It's 9:07 and we're done. I truly do not remember where we even left off because that was just such a mad dash that I couldn't even focus on filming. But look at this. Yes. So that is your update to let you know that we did make it in time for the plumbers. I actually have a slew of things to show you, including our countertop. Yes, we will hopefully next week be getting our oven and our refrigerator, but we did get our countertops installed, which again, we would have no kitchen if it wasn't for our brother-in-law. So thank you so much to him and other family members who have just come over and help us get a few things like across the finish line. But we did end up going, as I keep hitting my head on this, we did end up going with the IKEA laminate countertop, and I'll confirm how much this cost us, but we're already over budget on this project. So when we went to go and look at the stone countertops, it was going to be $2,000 alone just for the materials, and then probably another $2,000 for installation. So we did end up going with a more budget-friendly option. And if in a few years we decide to replace them, then we decide to replace them. So I'll definitely have to give you guys an update on how the IKEA laminate countertops held up. We still have the blue film on. Definitely not taking that off until we are all the way moved in. And we still have plenty of work left in the kitchen. We were able to get the box that goes above the fridge mounted, but we still need to do our uppers. And then, you know, you can clearly see the state of our pantry currently. We're just trying to figure out if we have enough wood to custom build a frame for that. And just wait until you see our bathroom. Ta-da! I still have so much detail work left to do in here, but we did get the crane wallpaper installed and I am just truly obsessed with it. It was totally worth it. It took about 4 hours for me to install it, but keep in mind the ceilings are really tall, but the space is really skinny, so there was a lot of like rearranging I had to do in order to get this installed. So I just decided that when it comes time to put up the wallpaper in my sewing room that I would film that. Also, sometimes it's hard to film yourself doing things that you don't know how to do and you're like unsure if it's gonna work out or not. And I'm only hesitant to film things like, I don't want anyone to watch what I'm doing and be like, oh, well, it looks so easy, that's what she did, and then have whatever I did be like completely wrong. So I will be filming the other room, installing the wallpaper, and I think it's gonna go a lot faster, especially now that I know what to do since this wallpaper is not peel and stick. But I do have a few more updates to show you upstairs. I had to take my shoes off for this one because I've already cleaned in here because we are moving in tomorrow. So I've just been like a mad woman cleaning as much as possible. This bathroom is not complete, but we did get our console sink installed and we're really happy with how it turned out, except for this little situation down here. We did not get our brass pipe in time, so that's why we have the silver one. So we got this sink as an open box deal, and I can see why whoever bought this sink returned it. It was very tricky to install, and if you don't have 100% even floors, it is super, super difficult to install. So I'm totally open to suggestions here. And we also started tiling in here, but this is a mess and isn't finished yet. But basically what happened was Amy and I installed this sink, and then when we came back, the legs were totally shimmed like an inch higher than we had them. So what I'm assuming happened is the plumber had to get the sink, like maybe we thought we had it level, but it wasn't level. And so in order to get the plumbing in properly, he had to raise the sink even more. So I'm kind of looking for different solutions on what to do for these console sink legs. I am open to buying new adjustable legs. I'm open to buying longer legs that we can like cut to the right height. I don't know. I haven't done a lot of research yet. It is functional now, so it is not something that we are looking to like, you know, freak out over in this current moment. There's like way too much to worry about. Ta-da, we painted our bedroom. We picked out this really pretty brown color from Bear, and I love how it turned out. I think we have a lot of light colored bedding, and so I think with the light colored trim, some light colored curtains, and we did get a new bed frame, so that's coming. I think this will look like nice and moody and just kind of like a cool space, you know, just gotta mix up the color palette. And of course, lastly, we have this bathroom and our fixtures are installed. I do have a vanity update for you. Amy and I have not finished this project, but like I told you guys before, we just had to get everything set in place for the plumber to come in. We have these really fun lights. Let me turn those on. We have the cool lights and this kind of like weird oblong shaped mirror, which we both love. And it was in our entryway, now it's in our bathroom, so that works perfectly. So for this project, we'll talk about it in the next video. We purchased like a vintage used dresser and we just popped the top off of it, and then we bought an extra sink top and put it inside that vanity. And then we had to wait for them to install the plumbing before we could modify the drawers. We asked them to keep the plumbing as tight as possible, so that way we could make the drawers as big as possible. Let me show you. So when you DIY a vanity like this, you do have to cut out the drawers to accommodate for that plumbing there. So we need to put some support back in, and then we are going to make the drawers as large as possible because we don't have a ton of storage in here, but maybe we could get something behind us here. I think that could be fun. I love these little handles that we found online. They've got that old school look and feel to them. And lastly, I just wanted to show you guys how the refinished floors turned out. If you recall, these were like blue and a billion years old, and I just think they did such a good job getting them refinished and turned into livable floors that will not give you splinters. We love the color that they turned out. We did paint the guest bedroom, and it looks blue right now, but sometimes it looks green. It's not quite the blue that I was hoping for. There's definitely a lot of touch-up work that needs to happen in here. Like, we haven't even touched the trim. I started to also kind of color drench and paint the trim in here. And when I did that, all the beautiful trim detailing just like kind of disappeared. And so immediately we were like, no, put it back, because half of the reason of why we loved this house so much is all the super fun trim detail that it had in it. So painting that kind of just defeated the purpose. So I don't know. What do you guys think about this color? I'm going to live with it, but it is not giving like the exact vintage blue that I was looking for. Anyway, I gotta go. I gotta go finish cleaning this house so that we can move in.